The first episode of the new Disney Plus series, The Book of Boba Fett, is filled with references to other Star Wars films, and you're about to discover 20 of them in order of their appearance. And to kick things off, at the start of the episode, we're shown Boba Fett sleeping in a bacta tank to help him recover from his injuries, just like Luke Skywalker from The Empire Strikes Back and Darth Vader in Rogue One. During Boba Fett's dream inside the bacta tank, we see his birthplace, the ocean planet Kenosha. And then we're shown a flashback of young Boba holding his father Jango's helmet after he was killed during the climactic battle from Attack of the Clones. Longtime fans finally got to find out how Fett escaped from the Sarlaac pit, but before doing so, we see a stormtrooper that is being slowly digested over 1,000 years, which was mentioned by C-3PO in Return of the Jedi. Just before Boba Fett escapes the Sarlaac pit, we see remains of Jabba'S sail barge and the Sarlaac tentacle that might have been the one that Han Solo shot to save Lando. And while the Sand People are reviving Boba, you can hear choir vocals in the score, just like the Duel of the Fates from The Phantom Menace and the Emperor's theme from Return of the Jedi. And both also happen to involve characters who were surprisingly resurrected, just like Boba Fett was here. During this scene, we also see the Sand People riding single file to hide their numbers, just like Obi-Wan mentioned to Luke in A New Hope. While Boba and the Rodian are tied up, the Tusken dog-like creature, called a Massif, is the same species that was seen in Attack of the Clones, arguing over a bone. When Boba wakes from his dream, he is serviced by droids that look similar to the service pit droids in The Phantom Menace. And the droid 8D8 was the same droid torturing another droid in Return of the Jedi, which is why 8D8 suggested that Boba torture the Gamorrean guards to demand respect from his subjects. Robert Rodriguez, who directed this episode, made a cameo as the Trandoshan bounty hunter Doak Strassi, who offered a Wookiee pelt to Boba as tribute, which was actually a thoughtful gift, since Boba wore braided Wookiee fur in the original trilogy. Boba takes a trip to Mos Espa, which is actually the hometown of Anakin Skywalker that we saw in The Phantom Menace and again briefly in Attack of the Clones. The musician Max Rebo, who is playing music on Jabba's Barge in Return of the Jedi, is back again, playing a modified version of the classic Cantina theme with one of the Cantina band creatures seen in A New Hope. And soon after that, Boba and Fennec are attacked by assassins with electrostaffs, which is similar to the technology used by General Grievous's droids in Revenge of the Sith. And the red shields the assassins use appear to have the same technology we saw in The Phantom Menace that created a barricade between the Jedi and Darth Maul. When Fett drops his helmet full of money, it rolls in a similar way when Jango was killed, which could symbolize that if Boba only fights for money, then he'll suffer the same fate as his father. During another flashback, while being dragged around by a Tusken Raider child, Boba is disturbed at the sight of a group of criminals raiding a moisture farm, which is the same occupation as Luke Skywalker's aunt and uncle, who suffered a similar fate in A New Hope. While digging for water, Boba mentions that he can take himself and the Rodian prisoner to Anchorhead, which is the same town mentioned by Luke in A New Hope. The Rodian rejects Boba's offer to help him escape and insults the bounty hunter by calling him Slimo, or Slimeball, which was first mentioned by Anakin to Sebulba before the pod race in The Phantom Menace. And near the end of the episode, Boba uses a chain to strangle the Desert Centaur, which is the same way Leia killed Jabba in Return of the Jedi. Click a video for more great content right here on Fun Fact Films.